One of the questions I've been asking, is a music video worth £1,000 investment, or are you better off spending that money on a videographer and an editor to make 20 different reels? Should you be only spending a fraction of the money, say £100 on the music video, with all the rest of that £900 for the ad budget on YouTube? Is there something else you should be doing with that investment? Could you put it towards studio lighting to make an amazing looking space and learn how to film and edit content on your own? In this video today, I want to discuss it with you and get your feedback as a community. What's the best way to spend £1,000 on a music video? So when you look at the landscape, most musicians are creating short teasers of the full music video on Instagram Reels and TikTok. But they're wondering why no one is clicking across to go and watch the music video in full. And that's because in the new economy, short form content is the music video. And I think it's far more effective that your clip tells a story and only part of the story is revealed in this 20-second creative, and you have to go and watch the full music video to find out what happens next. So that means discussing the concept of this music video in a short form episode-like series, so it unveils more and more information each time and the story builds, the narrative grows until you have to go and watch the full music video to find out what happens. But most artists that I see in consultations, they're just clipping 30 seconds out from the video and sizing that in a vertical 9:16. So it doesn't make sense to really drive excitement and traffic over to watch the full thing. If you're watching this video wondering how you're going to raise the £1,000 budget for the music video or for the reels, I'm delighted to tell you about the sponsor of this week's video, which is Token Tracks. They are a Web3 music platform and an NFT marketplace, and they have a funding round called the Get Minted program, which is open right now. So if you have scheduled or released an NFT with Token Tracks before the 1st of June, you might be eligible as one of 3 artists for up to £1,000 of funding. So you go onto their website, tokentracks.com/getminted, and you fill out an application form just like submitting to a DistroKid or any other distributor. And they'll show you and guide you through the process of minting an NFT. And once you've done that, you can be eligible for this funding. But if you take it a step further and you've sold at least 5 NFTs, you get access to the Token Tracks membership, which is full of some unbelievable benefits about how to release your NFTs and really dive into the utility contracts behind the scenes. So thank you so much to Token Tracks. It's been an honor partnering with you throughout the entire month, and I'm really excited that you're going to help artists get the funding they need to plow back into their music careers. So the next question is it better to actually spend that £1,000 and perhaps create 10, 15 or 20 little reels of you performing your song? In my opinion, that's a really smart idea, but I found that artists post once, maybe twice about their song. And then they feel like my community is tired of this. I'm worried about annoying them. People are going to find me talking about the same song over and over again boring. And the artists themselves might have the content living in the camera roll, but be afraid to edit it, afraid to caption it, afraid to post it for fear of judgment of what their community will think about them. And I don't think this is the optimum solution either, because you're paying a videographer to do the hard work for you. And there's nothing quite like doing the hustle as a DIY artist and filming your own content in your own time, editing it yourself and learning the process how to create content. So maybe that's not the best investment either, to put it towards loads of pieces of micro content from a high-end videographer. Because even though they'll look effective, they won't tell a story. There's nothing quite authentic enough about you looking good in a static location just singing to the camera. There's no narrative that's building up. So is the answer to go for a cheaper music video, to spend as little as possible and just do a budget multi-location shoot of you performing the song? Maybe. And you take that $1,000 budget and you can put the vast majority into the ads platform. YouTube ads, Facebook ads, maybe even testing on TikTok ads. But then use the cheaper creative that actually tells a story. A lot of the times you don't need a fancy camera. You don't need to edit in a fancy software, and you could actually do most of the work from your iPhone and CapCut. the TikTok own editing suite. And so I think there's merit in doing the hustle yourself and asking friends to help you out on just a generosity of their heart to see if you can make some engaging content and they can be in the creative with you. But perhaps the most underrated way that artists can use that $1,000 budget is to invest in some gear for themselves. A simple LED light wand like I'm using here, a very simple uplighter to change the color of the wall behind you, and a simple tripod that you can get off Amazon for £100 in total for all the gear that you need is plenty enough to start creating the content, and you can test and learn and develop that muscle as a creative to make the best content of your life. Because the more you do the doing, the more you are hands-on with the process, you'll learn which videos pop and which videos flop. And then you won't need to pay a videographer to do these things. You'll learn to do it yourself. And you build this intuition of knowing what the platforms want to see. And that's one of the most powerful ways that you can grow as a musician, is really tapping into the heart of the algorithm and knowing what's going to go off before you've even posted it. But are there any other ways you can think of? The best way to spend £1,000 on a music video. So I'm not talking about hiring a PR, I'm not talking about a radio plugger and pushing the single. I'm talking video creative. What would you do? How would you use that budget differently? Let me know in the comments below. I want to have some discussion about this. Would you go and create lots of different videos using stock video footage and voice over it on the top? Would you create loads of animations from something like Midjourney or an AI-based tool and then put the song on top? Would you go out on a camping trip or a nature safari and just film loads and loads of B-roll and then put it together afterwards? What would you do to make the perfect music video if you had only £1,000 budget or less? So if you're wondering how I get music videos and EPs beyond 100,000 plays, definitely watch this playlist right here where a rapper and a singer challenged me to get 6-figure plays in 7 days, and everything gets revealed inside of the video.